Bonjour tout le monde, welcome back to my channel. So if you don't know me, my name is Manon and I'm from France, and today I'm going to talk about the French bees. So I got a lot of questions about the French bees and why we do it, how we do it and all that stuff. So I thought I will address that today in this video. So if you ever come to France, you don't feel as awkward and you kind of know what to do. So there are a lot of unwritten rules that we follow when we say hello to someone, when we do the bees to someone. We don't do it to everyone, we don't always do it the same way. So I'm just going to kind of clarify everything for you today, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So of course, a little FYI, of course we don't really do it right now. It's been a while since we stopped doing the bees for a few months, since the virus was going around. You're not recommended, of course, to do the bees because it spread the virus and everything. So it's been a while we don't do it. We don't do it right now. We probably won't do it as much or at all for a little while now until it gets better. But usually we always do the bees, so I'm going to talk about how we do it, to who we do it, and all that stuff. So let's get started. So the first thing I want to address is kind of why we do it. So we don't do the bees at all for anything sexual or romantic or flirty. I just want to say that because a few people asked me that, because especially when I was in the US, a lot of people didn't have any close, personal, saying hi kind of thing. Like they would maybe do a handshake or like a half hug like that, but nothing more personal than that. So doing the bees is extremely personal to them. It seems really weird and awkward to go to someone's cheek and kiss them. I will talk more about that. So yeah, they told me little questions like if you have a boyfriend, if you're married, I don't know, do you still do the bees to the other sex or whatever? And of course you still do it. Like it doesn't matter, it doesn't have any meaning behind it. It's pretty neutral. Like it's nothing flirty or anything. So just keep that in your mind. Like it's really just to say hi, like you guys do a handshake or a hug or something like that. It doesn't really have much more meaning behind it, so you don't have any awkwardness on that way. And why we do it as well, it's just because it's more personal. Yeah, it is personal, it doesn't really have a big meaning behind it, but it's personal in a way where it's kind of to break down the barrier between two people. So instead of just saying hi from far away, you kind of break that personal space and say hi. So number 2, when to do the bees. So usually you will do the bees to say hi or to say bye to someone. So hi on daily basis, even if you see that person every day, usually you will do the bees to that person. Of course, if you both like to do the bees, some people don't like to do the bees, then you don't do the bees. For example, in my class, so when I go to school every single day, there are people I do the bees every single day to them. Some people I won't because maybe I just don't know them very much, or then I just won't bother doing the bees to them. Or sometimes just people I love don't like to do the bees, they just don't like it because even them think it's a little bit too personal, or maybe just, I don't know, they just don't like it, they like their personal space. So I have a few people that don't like to do the bees and don't do it, and that's fine. And we do either just hi from far away, not from far away, but I mean no, nothing close, we would do a handshake or something. But most people actually do the bees still. So there are a lot of people I do the bees every single day to say hi to them. In the evening, it depends. It's kind of, I don't know. Like if it's in my class, usually I won't do the bees in the evening just because there are too many people and you're tired and you're sweaty. You won't do the bees to people. You're just like bye. But if you're in a small group of people, or especially if you go, outside of class, if I go on the weekend with my friends to movie theater, to the mall, to I don't know, wherever, usually in the evening I'll do the bees to them because we will be like a small amount of people, and yeah, I don't know, I will just do the bees. So it kind of depends, but usually it's just remember, just say hi and bye. But then again, it's your choice to do it or not, and in what situation. If there are too many people, sometimes you just don't feel like doing it, and then you don't do it, and that's fine. But so you say hi, you say bye, you can do the bees, and also to say thank you. So for example, if you get a gift or something, then you will usually do the bees to tell someone thank you. There are a lot of videos online making fun of the French bees and how we do it and how awkward it can be, and I think it's hilarious, like it makes me laugh so hard. So I'm going to link one of my favorite video down in the description box. It's one of Paul Taylor. So he's a humorist from England and he does YouTube as well, so I'm going to link the video and also his YouTube channel. And that video is absolutely hilarious. It just shows how it can be annoying even for us and in general to do the biz, because if you're at a birthday party, for example, it's your birthday, so you're going to get gift for everyone. So if you're 20, you're going to have to do 20 times the biz to each person to say thank you. And it can be just so annoying because you're just like to every single person and you're just losing time and can be annoying. But at the same time, I love it. I mean, I like doing the biz. I think it's fun. I think it's personal. It's nice. So it depends on people and how you like it or not. But sometimes it can get annoying. And that video is absolutely hilarious. I think it does it in a really nice way where it's not just like bashing us, but it does it in a really funny way and just show how awkward it can be. So go watch it after you finish this video. Go watch that video and I think you're going to have a good laugh. So next, also when not to do it. So you should not do the biz, of course, especially when you're sick. So right now, for example, during the virus going around, we're not doing the biz at all. It's been a few months since it started coming to friends that we stopped doing the biz to one another. Then right now we don't do the biz, well, we're not even next to one another because we're all quarantined at home. But also probably for a little while now, even when quarantine is over on Monday, it starts being over on Monday, like we start being able to go to work and stuff like that. We won't probably do the bit still for a while until the disease kind of calm down and the virus calm down a bit, because it's still here and we could still spread it really rapidly right now, so probably won't do the biz for a while. But usually when there is no actual virus going around, we do the biz, except of course when you're sick, just for the same reason as the virus, is just not to spread it to other people, not to infect other people. So yeah, that's the only big rule. Like when you're sick, try not to do the biz to other people, or at least tell them, and if they're okay with it, then go for it. But try to tell people like, no, sorry, I can't do the biz right now, I'm sick, so just hide from far away. Number 3, woo. So to whom you should do or not do the biz. That one is a bit tricky because even me, like I'm French, I've been here most of my life, I still don't always know if I should do the biz to some people or not, just because it depends on the situation, depends on who that person is. There are a lot of unwritten rules of who you should or should not do the biz, and can get a little tricky, can get a little awkward. Like, I don't know, even me, like I find situation where I'm just like, wait, what should I do? Should I do a handshake? Should I just wait? It can be a little awkward. But I'm just going to tell you some basic rules to follow, and yeah, and the rest is just up to you, depending on the situation you are in, to feel like if you should try to do the biz or not. The first thing you can think about is age. So usually if you have someone in front of you that is younger than you or the same age as you, then you could try to do the biz to that person. But if that person is older than you or a lot older than you, usually you will wait. As a sign of respect, you need to wait until that person makes the first move, basically, and you will see what they do. If they do the biz, then go ahead to follow. If they do a handshake, you know, you follow that. So usually, if they're older than you, you have that kind of respect where you wait until they do something first to see what they want to do. Another thing will be rank. So if that person, you know, is higher rank than you, for example, if it's a boss, like if you go for a job interview or something like that, you can't do the biz to that person until they allow it. So you wait, say hi to that person, and you will see how they react. If they say, oh, go ahead, do the biz to me, or if you just say hi from far away or whatever, then you just follow what they're doing. So once they say, oh yeah, you can do the biz to me, then next time you can do it again and again and again. But for the first time, you need to know if they are the one deciding kind of that what the relationship to you is going to be like. Otherwise, to who you do it in general are mostly friends and family members. So family members, I do it all the time except my parents and my brother, just because like I see them every day, like I live with them. So I don't really do it to them except when I don't see them for a while. Like sometimes if I go to my friend's house or something for a few days, when I come back I will do the biz to them, but otherwise on daily basis I don't do the biz to them except to say thank you and stuff like that. And to family members I don't see very often, like the ones that I don't live with, my grandparents, aunts, cousins and all that stuff. Every time I see them I'll do the biz to them, to say hi and then to say bye and then to say thank you if they give me a gift. Family members and friends. So friends, it's more like close friends, you will most of the time always do the biz to them, except if they don't like it. So like I said, when I go to class, there are a lot of people I do the biz to because they are my friends and they like to do the biz as well. At least they don't mind it. So I do it to them every single day. At least in the morning. In the evening, not really much, but yeah, in the morning I do that. Then also you can do the biz when you get introduced to someone, especially when they're younger or the age of you. So when my friends, you know, introduced to me to other friends, I was usually do the biz to them. But of course, if they introduce me to their parents, then you have to, like I said, respect the fact they're older and they're the one choosing. You don't do the biz to them right now. You wait, you say, hi, Mrs. whatever, and then if they say, oh, you can do the biz to me, then go ahead, but otherwise just keep it like that. So yeah, it's a weird rules, but it kind of depends on, yeah, who the person in front of you is, and you will see, depending on that situation, how you react. If you're the first one, I mean, if you can do the biz right away, or if you have to wait until that person choose it. So usually older people, higher ranked people than you, don't do the biz to them at all until, of course, if they want to do it, then go ahead. But or you need to wait until they do the first move. So coming to kind of sex to sex, so woman to woman or man to woman, woman to man, it's usually just a normal biz. Sometimes we will put like a hand on the shoulder, like we will just grab someone just on the shoulder and do the biz to them. It's kind of similar. When it comes to men, it's a bit different sometimes. So a lot of them will just do the biz like that. A lot of them won't do the biz just because they don't like it. Instead, they will do like a handshake or something else. And sometimes, which is really funny, is that they will do like a mix of both, where you kind of like do a handshake and then come in, do the biz, and just like tap the other guy on the shoulder or something. So yeah, it's just up to you what you do. So another thing to keep in mind is that some people get offended if you don't do the biz. So some people, it's just so, you know, in their culture, I mean in the French culture, that they feel like it's weird if you don't do it. So like you can not, if you don't like it, you can not to do it. It's fine. Like you just need to tell people you don't like it. I have people in my class that told me like I don't really like to do the biz, and that's fine. But if you don't say it to the people that you don't like it and then you just don't do it, you just like hi from far away, some people might get offended because they will feel like, you know, maybe you don't like them, or maybe you're mad at them, or I don't know, something is wrong. They will feel like something is wrong because the biz is just so natural and we do it all the time that if someone doesn't do it, it's kind of seem like, wait, is there something wrong maybe with me? Is she mad? I don't know. So yeah, just tell people if you don't like to do it, you know. Especially like family members sometimes, like when I was in the US, of course we didn't do the biz. So like I was just barely like hugging people or doing handshake or stuff like that. So for 5 years I really didn't do the biz much. So when I was coming back to France, I wasn't doing it anymore because just I wasn't used to it anymore. So I wasn't doing it. I was not even thinking about it. And I remember many of my family members told me, like, why don't you do the biz to me right now? Like, that's so weird. I'm just like, I don't know, like, I don't think about it anymore. And it almost felt awkward to do it because I was just not used to do it anymore. So coming in, instead of doing like a hug or handshake, it's a lot more personal. So when you're not used to it anymore, even for me that did it for years before that, I don't know, I felt like it was a bit weird, and I had a lot of my family members told me, even my mom, like my mom is my mom, you know, she knows how I am, and she knows there is no problem between us, but she was like, why don't you do the biz to me anymore, like at least to say hi for the first time, you know, it's just, or sometime in the morning, like we don't do it anymore, but I felt like for a while, sometime even in the morning, we'll do the biz to one another just to say good morning, and yeah, she was, you know, kind of not offended, but like she just felt kind of sad, like I wasn't doing it anymore. So yeah, just have an open conversation with people sometime if you don't want to do the biz, just so they know it's nothing against them, but just you don't like it. So the next thing is how to do it. So it's nothing really hard to do, but it's just little unwritten rules you need to follow when you do the biz. You need to know, like, we don't do the same amount of biz everywhere in France. It goes usually from 1 to 4, so it means that sometimes people would just do, some people would do, some people would do, and some people would do. Yeah, that's weird. But yeah, so you can do 1 to 4 depending on where you are in France. There are maps online just to figure out how many biz you should do to someone depending on where you are. So it's really funny. Usually in Paris and in my area around Paris, usually we do 2. So we go 2 bees, so 2 kisses basically. But some other parts you will do 1 or 4. 4 I feel like it's so long, even 3. Like I'm not used to do 3 or 4, so it seems really long to do 3 or 4 kisses to someone. But yeah, we do 2. And in 1, it feels weird to me as well because it's 1. I don't know. It just usually I think it's just what you do. It just seems normal to you, and then everything else outside of that is just weird. So look at a map and where you go, and you will see how many bees you're supposed to do, and then sometimes it changes a little bit, but you can ask people once you're there as well. So that's the first thing. The second thing that varies from different parts of France is where you begin your bees, like what cheek you begin your bees from. So some people will start with the right cheek, some people will start with the left cheek. Just so many little complicated things about the bees. Usually in the Paris area, we start with the right cheek. So we all both, like the person is right there, I'm right there, so I'm going to come like that, and then we'll go like that, and we'll do the bees. So yeah, but some people start with the left cheek, so it's just so weird. Then what you need to do is you don't close your eyes, because it's nothing like too personal, just to say hi, so don't close your eyes and be like, that's so great. Just keep your eyes open, it's just like that. Next thing you need to know is that you don't actually kiss the person. Like, do not put your lips on someone else's cheek. It just will be really awkward. That type of kiss is a lot more personal. Like, my grandmother will actually kiss, like, do a real kiss to me. But when you do the bees to someone, it's not an actual kiss. Like, you don't put your lips on someone's cheek because it's just going to be awkward. Basically, we do it that thing where you just put your cheek from one to another, and then your lips just don't touch. You don't do that. You just do like that and do a noise with your lips like you kiss. Yeah, don't ask me. It's just weird, but that's how we do it. So we don't actually kiss, but we do the noise like we would kiss. So you do if you do 4. So just remember that. So please don't put your lips on people's cheeks. And do the noise, because if you don't do the noise, I don't know, it's weird. I feel it seems like it will be weird to just do the random noise, but if you don't do it, it's actually even more awkward. If you just do like, just nothing happens. It's just weird. So just do that little noise where you seem like you're kissing it, but you're not actually kissing the cheek. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned something from this video and it was informative to you. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this video and if you like to see more like that about French culture and all that stuff. And I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you in my next video. À la prochaine!